Evening, sir.
Derek, we've been ordered to Gibraltar. We take over as guardship on the 23rd.
23rd, that's, sail Thursday.
Yeah. Is the, navigating officer on board?
No, sir, he's ashore. He's out among a Plymouth jet set. He's gone to a party.
Why Zimba?
Sorry?
I said, why are you called Zimba?
Because I scratch. Or so I've been told.
I'm always being told I'm thick-skinned.
Oh, really? Who told you to come?
There's some bloke I met in the pub last night, Ronnie. He said you gave the best parties in Devon, think you?
They tend to develop.
Yes, I can see that.
Well, we must, find you a girl.
I found one.
Oh, I'm reserved.
Oh.
Why don't you try Janice? She's very good value.
You're kidding. I need climbing boots and a Sherpa guide.
Wine's in the kitchen.
Oh, thanks, Tiger. This is Bob,
Bob Last.
Timothy Penn.
Hello.
We won't charge if you want to remove your coat.
Well, I have to hide my shoulder holster. May remove my trousers later on, though.
We'll keep your eyes off Zimmer when you say that. There's much else? Same old faces? Except for you.
Well, I'm visiting.
Yes? What's your bag?
Oh, I see. I'm in the Royal Navy, navigating officer.
Really, on what?
In what? Leander-class frigate, HMS Hero.
Come and help me with the wine.
Don't I get to share the joke?
Don't worry about it. Go and talk to Janet.
Go on, sailor. Any port in a storm.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm the new Deputy Weapons Officer, Sub-Lieutenant Penn. And this is Miss Blair.
Hello?
Do you have an identity card, sir?
Oh, sure.
I don't, I'm afraid. You'll have to search me.
Thank you, sir. You come this way, I'll show you to the wardroom.
Oh, 2 minutes to 6. The sun must be over the yardarm somewhere.
I'm over the hill, I know that.
Doesn't take you 24 hours to recover, does it?
You try scaling Everest in 24 hours.
Boasting again.
Hello. Hi, Bob. Surprised?
Your guest, Bob?
No. I'm the new Deputy Weapons Officer, Timothy Penn. And Zimmer.
Hi. Surprise, surprise.
Nice to see you again.
Hello, I'm Derek Beaumont, First Lieutenant. That's Monty Wakelin, Supply Officer. This is your new boss, Lieutenant Commander Kiley.
Hello. I suppose you know your predecessor's gone already. Pierhead jumped to the Kent.
I heard.
This is your first ship?
You'd better believe it.
So when did you leave university?
The beginning of the summer. I've been doing a short brainwashing course at Dun.
Oh, it's useful.
Draggy. All bull and boredom.
Yes, well, I'll show you where your cabin is.
Is it all right if I spend the night ashore? Coming in the morning?
Well, you'll have to ask the First Lieutenant.
As long as you're on board in uniform, IO900. Go down to see the captain, 9:15.
Wouldn't miss that for the world. Want to see my lonely monastic bed?
Lead on, Tiger. See you later. Bye.
Well, what an incredible pair.
And they're real. Last night she was wearing this low-cut dress.
Very funny, Bob. You might have warned us.
I didn't know. I thought he was a whiz kid in advertising or something.
Or something. Better have a whip round by him a tie.
At least he isn't wearing flowers in his hair.
Not yet.
Now, this is my cabin here. And, this is the captain's day cabin. And his night cabin's next door. Now, your cabin, Tim, is the third on the left hand. Well, I'll leave you to it. When you're ready, come down and have a drink.
Thanks, sir.
See you later. Cozy. This bunk's not very big.
It's big enough.
Tim Penn, on board a warship.
Why not? I wonder if that door locks.
Well, the penalty's death, most likely.
Not if you keep your hat on. I've spotted my target man, Zimba.
Oh, not Bill Kiley. He's nice.
No. Beaumont, the first lieutenant. He's perfect for it.
When will you start?
Tomorrow morning. There's no point in hanging about.
And you went to Cambridge? Took a BSc?
Yes, sir.
Good, well done. University cadetship. Navy paid your way through Cambridge.
More or less.
That's better than struggling on a grant. Well, you're on a ship now with a ring on your arm. Sailors will look to you as to any other officer.
They hammered that into us at Dartmouth.
It takes intelligence and application, but you've proved your intelligence. And I expect the application in bundles. Good luck to everything. Oh, you know the ship's program. We sail for Gibraltar on Thursday.
And so I've been told.
Early chance to get your sea legs.
Thank you, sir.
Leave?
Yes, sir.
You've only just arrived.
And I understood we'd be in Devonport for 3 weeks.
Yes, and normally we stick to our programs, but things go wrong from time to time. Programs change.
I need to stay in Plymouth.
Why?
Arrangements.
What arrangements? Have you fixed to marry your young lady or something?
Personal, sir.
Look, damn it, if you talk in shorthand, I can't help you. Have you compassionate reasons for wanting to stay?
Sort of.
Go on.
There's another fella hanging around Zimba. I don't want to get out of circulation.
Is that all?
It's enough for me.
No, to trust her.
Would you?
Oh, yes, I consider trust to be a part of love.
No, not the lonely hearts bit.
There are 260 men in this ship. They each have a wife or a girlfriend. They have to be mature enough to trust.
Do I get leave?
No.
Thank you, sir.
If ever you have a genuine reason for compassionate leave, I'll move heaven and earth for you.
Oh, sure.
Timothy, you've accepted a commission in the Royal Navy. That means responsibility to the ship and to your men. You sail when the ship sails, you go where your men go.
Where did you get that? Out of a book?
Heard about the new deputy Rio? Sub-Lieutenant, Penn? Aye. Lads have got a nickname for him already.
Inky?
Eh?
Inky Penn.
No, Hippie Dickie.
Hippie Dickie.
Aye. Came on board last night looking like a refugee from Top of the Pops.
Oh, well. You'll learn. Just out of university, didn't they?
Aye. Somebody told me that the service paid him to get his degree.
If he had a cadetship.
That's not a bad racket, that, eh?
Oh.
Actually paid to chase all those birds around a college. I think I'll apply, eh?
No, they don't give degrees for making coffee.
Oh, we're celebrating the battle, are we?
Of course.
Will that be our first night in ship, right, Bob?
Unless I lose my way.
Which isn't unlikely.
Thank you.
Isn't it all a waste of time?
What?
Celebrating Trafalgar, something that happened about 170 years ago.
Well, the first lieutenant's 180 and he still has birthdays.
It's tradition, Tim.
Is that what you call it?
Take it easy, Tim. Number one's a believer.
Is he, though?
You fancy a run ashore tonight, Tim?
You going to straighten me out, Bob?
No, I'm going to drink some beer.
Thanks. But Zimba's picking me up at 4.
Get a shift on, Joss. Catch the sights down on the gangway.
Huh?
Yippee Dickie's girlfriend.
Well, you think she's a sight? You ought to see him.
Excuse my rig, please, Derek. More tea, anyone?
Go ahead, Monty.
Your keys, sir.
Oh, thanks, Jim.
Timothy,
Sir?
when you come into the mess in plain clothes, you should excuse your rig with the senior officer present, as I'm sure you very well know.
Sorry, forgot.
I'm waiting.
Excuse my rig, please, sir.
No. Go and put on a coat and tie.
I'm going ashore.
All the more reason. Officers from this ship go ashore looking like officers, not like circus clowns.
It's after secure. Can't I please myself in my own time?
When you're well ashore, you can change into a grass skirt for all I care. While on board and when proceeding to and from the ship, you'll conform. Whatever time of the day or night.
I'll remember that.
Very well.
One question, sir. What should I sew on my pajamas? Stripes or epaulets?
Go and put on a coat and tie. Then wait outside my cabin.
Zimba's waiting on the gangway.
Bob, would you mind telling Zimba that Tim will be slightly delayed? Outside my cabin, Tim, properly dressed.
Sorry about this, Derek. I don't know what he's trying to prove.
You did ask him about his leave request.
Yes. He said he didn't give a damn about it.
Come in. How's it all? Now, explain.
What?
Your graceless and ill-mannered performance in the wardroom.
If last makes a joke, it's funny. If I make a joke, it's ill-mannered.
There's a difference between humor and contempt.
Tastes differ.
Then you better get to know mine. And fairly quickly. Why do you ask for leave?
I've told you.
You are lying. If you'd really wanted leave, you'd have put up a better case. And if you'd really been worried about Zimba, you'd have spoken about it to the weir. But he had to ask you.
Your spies are everywhere.
Very well. I'll ask welfare to investigate your request.
Keep out of it.
The truth is, you don't want leave. You've got no grounds for leave, but it was a good way to start the day, wasn't it? To kick off your time in HMS Hero.
If you say so.
Yes, I say so. How better could you impress upon us that you lack loyalty and responsibility and a sense of purpose towards the Navy?
I'm lost.
Are you? Will you think it over tonight? Because I'm on to you, Sub-Lieutenant Penn. And I'll tell you now, you won't win.
And what's he up to?
Oh, we think he's trying to work his ticket, sir.
It's a big assumption on one day's acquaintance.
Nothing else makes sense, sir.
Why doesn't he simply resign?
Ah, now there's a very good reason for that. Listen to this. It is university cadetships. Financial liability. Should an officer entered as a university cadet, and so on, be permitted to leave the Royal Navy voluntarily before graduating or before completing 5 years of naval service subsequent to graduation, he is required to refund to the Ministry of Defense his education grant and tuition fees.
So if he's discharged as being unsuitable material, he's got his degree for nothing.
Yes. If we throw him out, he hasn't volunteered to go, hence he has no financial liability.
But if he's that anxious to get out, why doesn't he simply, well, punch you on the nose, get dismissed by court-martial, or declare himself a communist or a homosexual? Let the security boys get rid of him.
No, sir. And not if he wants to work in this country. Well, he's an electronics engineer, and all the major electronics companies handle classified government contracts. And he can't afford a disciplinary or a security record.
Right. He has to get himself discharged for lack of officer-like qualities, but nothing else.
It's a very narrow tightrope.
Well, he's walked it cleverly enough so far.
All right. But we still don't know why he wants to leave the service.
But he's a rebel.
Well, so am I. He hasn't forced me out of the Navy. What's he like technically, Bill?
Well, sir, first impressions.
Yes.
Well, he's really on the ball. We did a tour of the department today, and he knows his stuff all right.
So as an engineer, at least, he'd be worth keeping.
Oh, yes.
But it's not enough, Bill, that he knows an ohm from an amp. He must be an officer as well.
Well, make him an officer. Win him round.
Well, how?
Well, that's up to you, both of you. But remember, he went through the same selection procedures as the rest of us. He must have proved his potential as an officer.
That was before he went to university, sir. He must have changed.
Well, change him back. The Navy spent a great deal of money on that young man. It's worth a bit of effort on our part to try to save him.
He won't care.
Well, make him care. Motivate him, help him. Above all, try to understand him.
Oh, I understand him, sir. He's trying to provoke a confrontation.
Well, just be sure you're not trying to do the same.
Beaumont could have been bluffing.
No, he knows. Doesn't matter. He's bound to guess sooner or later.
But I thought you said that would make it more difficult.
He was doing the I'm jolly fair with the chaps bit yesterday. That won't last.
Well, just remember that he's got the whole of the Navy behind him. And you're on your own.
David and Goliath.
So how good are you with a sling?
Good enough to bring down Beaumont.
You're not going to play rugger on that lot.
I hate being kicked in an empty stomach.
What about you, Tim? Do you play ball games?
Yes, sir. Roulette.
There's a casino in Jib, I'll take you.
Don't go with Bob, he's a jinx.
And just because your lucky number's 37.
Are you a gambler, sir?
I play cards.
How about a session at Zimber's flat tonight?
Oh, I'm all for that.
On cards, Bob.
Oh.
Any excuse.
What about the first lieutenant?
Small stakes, friendly game.
Started that way.
Excuse me.
Yes? All right. Thank you.
But you're an expert. I've seen you clean out. He's going to hate you.
Good. Zimber.
I know. But it was easier to make plans about the Navy before we could put faces to them.
Beaumont's an idiot.
Is he?
Yes, you've no idea. He's steeped in it. You should have seen him at Colours this morning.
Colours?
When they hoist the ensign. Colours, attention on the upper deck, faced aft and salute. He loves it.
And you don't?
It's rubbish, Zimber. Outmoded claptrap. They go through all this great sunset ceremony to get the ensign down, and in the morning they have another ceremony to put it up again.
What if he can't afford your kind of poker?
He's a bachelor. And I won't destroy him. Just humiliate him.
Now remember, we're going there to meet him on his own ground, socially. So the poker is just a game.
Sure. And keep your hands on the table and off Simba's knee.
Which also means staying sober.
It's going to be a wild night.
3 bullets.
I'm glad I folded.
Beats me.
Full house, jacks on 9s.
Very nice.
And you picked up 3.
You're lucky in love, don't be greedy.
Let's raise the limit.
No, let's keep it where it is.
Chicken?
Yes.
Oh, just friendly. All right, everybody in, same game.
I can't play poker for pennies. It isn't worth concentrating.
Well, that's not allowed to get out of hand.
Or me to win my money back.
Very well. It's your game.
No limit. I'll let you into a secret, gents. Up till now, I haven't even been trying.
Howdy, Bill.
No, I'm out.
Jack?
None for me.
Not another bluff.
How many for you, Tim?
2.
I'm out.
50p.
That doesn't sound very confident. Your 50p. And up a pound.
Thank you, Tim.
And another.
Give me another 5s with Simba.
No.
What?
Look, play with what you've got and make it the last hand.
All right, the last hand, but give me a 5 to play it.
You must be £30 down already. No more, Tim.
It's my money.
You're drunk.
Play with what you've got. I won't outrace it.
I don't want any favours from you. £2. 25.
See you.
Four of a kind.
And me.
9s. You con me. You're a pro, aren't you?
Nope, but I have a rule. I drink or I play cards. I don't do both.
You're bound to have a rule. Have a rule for everything.
How much for you, Bill?
75p down.
Well, I'm even.
Well done.
Bill's 75p down.
That's right.
You're £1.20 up.
And I'm a millionaire.
Derek's £29.75p up. And you're £29.70p down.
Let's scale it. Divide by 5 all round.
No. £29.70p.
Let's forget it. Let's leave it in the counters.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Have me obligated to you.
Not particularly.
Just tell me one thing. How did a stuffed shirt like you ever learn to play poker?
Stay in the Navy for a while. You might learn a few things too.
First Lieutenant wants to see you right away, sir.
Thank you.
Come in.
Morning, sir.
It's 9:46.
Simba didn't wake me.
Not even our most junior seaman would use that excuse.
It happens to be true.
Well, that makes a change. I'm of a mind to inform the captain, have you required on board for duty. But as it's our last night here, I'll give you one final chance.
Thank you, sir.
Right. How do you take that back?
No.
Go and buy me a drinking gin.
Cash it, I pay my debts.
Do you?
Yes, always.
Going to pay your debt to the Navy?
What does that mean?
Are you going to give the Navy a fair return for your education?
You've got it all worked out, haven't you?
I got it all worked out years ago when I grew up. It's time you did the same.
Thank you for the advice.
You can go.
Duty stores rating, jetty.
Morning, sir. I'm sorry I'm late.
Have you seen the First Lieutenant?
Yes, I was, that morning.
You made a fool of yourself last night, Tim.
I know. Simba isn't talking to me. What are you working on?
Oh, it's the Saturn Delta sonar fit. Each time we adjust the pulse repetition rate, the mark-space ratio becomes inconstant.
Well, I suggest you differentiate the leading edge and lock it to the bias line.
You can go to the top of the class.
No thanks. It'd ruin my image.
Are you trying to leave the service?
Well, let's say I'm not trying to stay in.
Then resign.
Give back all that bread.
Well, you signed an agreement.
I can't afford to keep it. I just don't have the money.
Then you must give proper return of service. Anything short of that amounts to obtaining your fees by false pretenses.
So I serve a life sentence.
Well, 5 years isn't long. 2 jobs, and you could learn a lot. Now, this ship is just packed with the best equipment money can buy.
It's also packed with rules and regulations.
It's an enclosed community. It needs laws in order to function.
I don't. I'm my own person.
No one's his own person, Tim. We all have loyalties and obligations.
Not me.
Well, you have ties with Zimba.
Nothing I can't live without.
So it's not the Navy you're against. It's the world.
You could be right.
Hippie Dickie was adrift this morning.
Was he?
Right. I reckon he's a bit of a player. He's got that smashing bird.
Every engineer should have one.
All I'm saying is he's getting very popular.
Don't like popular officers.
Now, only a master at arms could make sense of that.
Look, it's easy for any of the wardroom to be popular. Chase the birds, just like a cowboy, go adrift occasionally, and sooner or later the ship's company thinks he's one of the lads. So what happens in an emergency, eh? Middle of the night at sea, panic. Are they going to obey him? Jump when he says jump? Or are they going to think it's only Hippie Dickie?
Aye, well.
If an officer's respected, be thankful. If he's popular, be worried.
Ah, you're not unpopular yourself.
Is that so? Well, I shall have to go back on the vinegar, won't I?
He's out to crack the system.
Yes, sir, but I'm not sure which system. The Navy, the establishment, or the world.
I wonder how many coming out of university feel the same.
Well, Sir Penn's a scientist. He's been taught to challenge values.
Exactly. He's intelligent, independent, articulate. And you still think he could make a first-rate engineer?
If he can settle.
And we must settle him. His own sake and the Navy's. Call ourselves leaders, let's persevere.
Right, sir. Perhaps things will get better when we get to sea.
Hands following for leaving harbour, procedure alpha.
Excuse me, sir. Could I ask you about procedure alpha?
What about it?
Well, I know it's full ceremonial for entering and leaving harbour. What I want to know is why the WE department is involved.
All departments are involved. As many men as possible lie in the upper deck.
Why?
You're being difficult, or do you really want to know?
I want to know.
Very well. It's tradition. In the old days, when you were entering harbour, you put your ship's company on the upper deck to show your guns weren't manned.
To show you... And you still do it?
Yes. It's part of the ceremonial now. And the sailors enjoy it in a foreign port. Gives them an early look at the local talent.
And what good does it do here?
Shore telephone lines will be disconnected in 5 minutes.
That makes the ship look smart. Gives people a chance to see the men. People like the taxpayers that gave you your degree.
In other words, it's just a sideshow.
In other words, it's a custom of the service. You'll get used to them. Bob?
Sir?
Come in. Look here. Cape Trafalgar, right?
Well, unless they've shifted it, yes.
And we pass it on the 21st, Trafalgar Day.
Be fairly early in the morning, about first light, I'd say.
Yes, but if we delayed, We could have the mess dinner on the exact spot of the battle.
Well, we could.
I bet nobody's ever done that before. Been right there on Trafalgar night.
Well, we won't be in Jib till the 22nd. We'll be a day late, effectively.
Yeah, but it's worth it, isn't it?
Well, yes, if the captain will signal flag us a Jib.
You're not very enthusiastic.
Well, if we stay at sea for the dinner...
You won't be able to drink so much. You're a peasant. Come talk to the captain.
It's a nice idea, Derek. Means an extra night at sea for the ship's company.
I'll make it up to them. You'd make amends in Jib.
Be really something, wouldn't it? Almost too good a chance to miss.
Well, none of us may get again.
I'll send a signal. Let me have a revised passage plan, Bob.
I'll be the only navigator who gets his ship to a battle exactly 169 years late.
You're complaining, I'll put you under sail. Signalman.
It's ridiculous.
Even if we'd been alongside, you'd have been required to go to the mess dinner.
Required to?
All mess dinners in this ship are a 3-line whip. Only officers on watch are excused.
Well, I'm not going to this one.
Oh, yes, you are. You're not a watchkeeper.
I don't go along with the ritual at mess dinners.
Ritual?
You don't stand for the loyal toast. Why? Because in old ships, officers used to bang their heads on the low beams. Tradition.
Correct.
And before the loyal toast, you're not allowed to talk about shop, politics, or mention a lady's name.
You are learning.
Well, I'm interested in electronics, politics, and birds. So where does that leave me?
Plenty of time for eating, as you won't be doing much talking.
Master?
Sir?
If one of my division wishes to state a complaint, how does he go about it?
Use your request form, sir. Request to see the captain, through the first lieutenant, through divisional officer, to state a complaint.
That's all.
If he isn't satisfied with the captain's ruling, sir, he can put it in writing to the Minister of Authority, and so on up to the Admiralty Board.
I see. Thank you.
Sir?
Yes?
Who's complaining?
No one as yet. But I expect complaints from my division about this extra night at sea.
Oh, they can't do that, sir. It's the ship's program.
They can if it's just to keep us at sea for a dinner.
The chief petty officers are having a dinner too, sir. Trafalgar night at Trafalgar. It's unusual, maybe unique.
And the ship's company? What does Trafalgar mean to them?
To some of them, as much as it does to us. And to the rest, at least, it's a make and mend in Gibraltar. Make and mend, sir. It's a half day off. You pipe hands to make and mend clothes. It's a sort of...
tradition.
Yes, sir. Sir?
Yes?
Look, the sailors may drip about staying at sea, but deep down, most of them are quite proud of our...
traditions. It's brainwashing. Every last damn one of you is brainwashed.
Maybe, sir, but all I'll say is, you're not to get anyone to complain.
Are you suggesting I'd encourage it?
Of course not, sir. You're an officer.
Oh, you must be lost. This is the bridge.
Oh, highly humorous. I want to knock off the 978.
Oh, about time. It's giving a picture like a drunken snowstorm. Oh, and I would like it back before Christmas.
You modern seaman. Nelson didn't have radar, you know.
I've been talking to our fearless first lieutenant again.
You know, he's doing more preparation for the dinner than Nelson did for the battle.
As long as he's happy.
He's delirious. You know, he's trying to get the lads to dress up for tomorrow.
Dress up?
As sailors from Trafalgar. Keep them in the spirit.
Spirit? Oh, no.
What?
No, I was just thinking the next thing you do is throw all the Napoleon brandy over the side.
And I don't joke. Remember, I'm the wardroom wine caterer.
My beauty! A kingdom for this pirate.
Whatever turns you on, leading regulator.
Hearing, sir?
Turret's drunk.
You're not alone.
Had a busy day tarring and feathering.
Very quiet, sir, very quiet. 2 floggings and 1 keel all. Right, sir. Now to find the blind pew. I'll shiver that lad's timbers. Tonight, I tell ye. See those messages, lad. That's right.
Very smart, Timothy.
Thank you, sir.
Attention in the mess.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Your usual, I believe, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, Chief, and for the invitation.
Couldn't let the wardroom monopolize you, sir.
Absolutely not. Well, any of you elder statesmen done this before? Died at Trafalgar on Trafalgar night?
Never, sir. Only the jaunty, sir. He was at the battle.
Yes, but there's no record of it, sir. I changed my name to get away from Lady Hamilton.
Yeah, he used to be called Hardy.
Oh, I doubt it. No, not even Lord Nelson would have the courage to kiss that. Sorry I'm late, Derek. I got held up in the chief's mess drinking lime juice against the scurvy.
Precisely what we're doing here, sir.
What a good idea. Thank you. Come on, Chief. Well, Tim, been to these affairs before?
I've suffered a few in the past, sir.
Oh, you wait till you've had to live through one of my speeches.
Mr. President, it has come to my attention that Lieutenant Wakelin is attempting to discuss the merits of a certain lady in Southsea.
Daisy isn't a lady, she's a bitch.
Don't tell us your problems. Find a round of applause.
Total justice. Come on with the claps.
Mr. Vice, the Queen.
Gentlemen, the Queen. The Queen. God bless the Queen.
His master's voice, aren't you?
What? The wardrobe has been ridiculous. Totally stripped.
Gentlemen, you may now smoke. Commander Niles, gentlemen. Before I call upon our guest of honor to address us, I have to welcome our new Deputy Weapons and Electrical Officer, Timothy Penn. As I'm sure you're all well aware, Sub-Lieutenant Penn is seldom short of a word, and therefore I'm going to ask him to stand and speak to us on what Trafalgar means to him, both as a newcomer and as someone privileged to spend his first Trafalgar night at sea at Trafalgar itself. Sub-Lieutenant Penn.
On the feet. On the feet. On the feet.
Commander Niles, Mr. President, gentlemen, and Lieutenant last. We all know what the pigeons do to Nelson's column in Trafalgar Square. And I think the pigeons have the right idea and the right attitude towards those traditions which beset not only the Navy, but the country in general. The trouble with our country, the trouble with the Navy, is that it is backward-looking. You cling to Trafalgar because it was a glory, and there are no glories in your lives today. You cling to tradition because without the pomp and mystique of past days, you are nothing more than a sore on the face of a thinking society. Gentlemen, you are war lovers without a war, an echo of generations best forgotten. The new generation, my generation, does not want you, has no need of you. Now, there may be another war, but we shall not fight in it. Surely, it is better to be alive under foreign domination than dead as a result of going to war. The Hawks, gentlemen, have had their day. Nelson is dead. War is dead. Let them rest in peace. True peace.
Commander Niles.
Mr. President, gentlemen, were Lord Nelson here tonight, he would have been much encouraged by Sub-Lieutenant Penn's address. Nelson, too, believed in questioning the values of the past, in making up his own mind. His victory at Trafalgar stemmed from his abandoning proven battle tactics, of breaking with tradition to do something revolutionary. Similarly, he fought all his life to improve the lot of his men, to question accepted values, to seek better and fairer solutions. But Nelson was no fool. He was able to distinguish between the good and the bad, and he did cling to the traditions of patriotism, of duty, of honor. He instilled the same in his men, such that they went to battle in pride and held for Nelson the greatest possible affection and esteem.
Ah.
Nelson taught them that one can serve one's country and yet surrender no ideals. That one can add to a vision of peace and of a better world. The satisfaction of doing something about it and find honor and reward in the profession of arms.
No chance.
Little has changed since Nelson's day. We remain an island nation. Our lifeblood flows still along the sea lanes of our trade with the world, and that trade must be protected.
Why?
Sub-Lieutenant Penn claims that war is dead. Let us hope so, for it is our task to keep it dead. To be prepared to defend our lifelines against the aggression that is human nature in all generations. Lord Nelson gave his life on this very spot 169 years ago today, that his country might be safe and that our sea lanes might remain open.
Good old
He believed, and I believe, that there can be no finer calling than a service which watches over those whose business is in great waters.
Rubbish.
Sub-Lieutenant Penn, you will leave the mess immediately and retire to your cabin.
Gentlemen, let us rise and drink to the immortal memory of Admiral Lord Nelson.
The immortal memory.
You forced Penn into that.
I didn't write his speech for him.
You got him onto his feet, made him declare his hand.
All right, sir. But I wanted you to see what I'm up against. Now you know.
What I know is this. We have the finest equipment of any navy afloat, and it's no damn good to us without men of Penn's ability to maintain it. If he's typical...
He's not typical of anything, sir. He's a misfit. He's a pseudo-intellectual. He talks in cliches because he hasn't got an original thought in his head and he's got to go.
If he goes, we've failed.
If he doesn't go, sir, you can find yourself a new first lieutenant.
I'll see him at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Sit down. When did you change your mind about making a career in the Navy?
At the end of my first year at Cambridge.
That was when you and your fellow students decided to build a brave new world.
We realized that if we refuse to be part of the existing machine, it has to crumble. And then we can start again.
And what's so special about your generation?
We're going down our own road, sir.
You can reconcile your principles with cheating on the Navy to obtain your degree.
It was essential. With our degrees, we're going to the top. In industry, commerce, politics. One day we'll have the power to change society.
And abolish armed forces.
They're not necessary to the quality of life.
Life is a long crawl. And having a degree doesn't entitle you to start halfway.
I don't expect you to understand, sir. You're brainwashed.
I'm disciplined. And without discipline, that power you say you'll have one day will be very dangerous.
no good, sir. I want to go my own way.
And tilted windmills.
Better than firing missiles.
I'm sorry for you, Tim. You can go down your own road, but long before you reach Shangri-La, someone will have taken a swing at you.
And you would retaliate in the name of honor, duty, and patriotism.
I know no better courses.
Then I'm sorry for you.
Very well, I'll have a word with Flag Officer Gibraltar. We'll have you landed there additional to his staff.
Unsuitable for sea service.
Well, that's a board decision, but I'll recommend that they let you go.
Thank you, sir.
It's no favor, Tim. I take no pleasure in letting the world loose on you. You're not ready for it.
You did the right thing, Mark.
Well, I don't know, sir. He's an electronics engineer, a good one. And we've lost him.
And if the Navy can't live with it...
Well, perhaps we have to learn to. If the new generation from university is, in fact, a generation of Timothy Penns, then the Navy is in trouble.
Oh, come on.
Well, yes, sir, with our new weapons and propulsion systems, we need young officers from university. To keep them, we've got to find some common ground.
Then we'll find it.
Well, I failed with Penn. I couldn't reach him in any way at all.
He'll come to no good.
We don't know that, sir.
So, where's he going?
Down his own road. Wherever that may lead.